What's up guys, Follow Fanatic here, and in this video we're going to be checking out my Junkies build. Alright, so, oh my gosh. This turret is literally, oh my gosh. Well, I was going to show you guys my Junkies build, but, that turret's being annoying. This glitch seems to happen to me all the time, honestly. Like, does this glitch happen to you guys? It happens to me all the time. Stupid merchant. Stupid turn. Maybe I should switch all my machine gun turns out with other turns, because the other turns don't seem to actually shoot them. I don't know. I don't know if that's an actual thing, or if the other turns still do shoot them, they just aren't doing it this time. Well, guys, this video is about my Junkies build, so I'll go ahead and start showing it to you guys, even though this stupid machine gun turn's being an idiot. So, yeah. Also, I put my power armor back in its red skin. I honestly like this much better. It's just, honestly, for me, it's just a much more. I don't know. I like the power armor skin. That's not right. Alright, so one of the weapons I use for this Junkies build is, I showed this one in my first Junkies build video. This Junkies Gatling Plasma. Really overpowered. It's basically my boss fight weapon. Now for my normal fighting, I use my Junkies Tactical Minigun. It's a pretty good weapon. Yeah. I also use quite a few other weapons that aren't Junkies, but for the sake of this video, I'm only going to show Junkies weapons. But yeah, those are my two Junkies weapons. So I got a Junkies Gatling Plasma and a Junkies Minigun. Now let's check out my perks here. So for heavy gunner, most of you are going to need to be in strength. You're going to need 15 strength. Well, I guess you don't need it, but honestly for me, 15 strength is needed extremely. I have Seek Shooter on because I like to switch myself to a shotgun build every once in a while. Tenderizers are one that is very good to have for fast shooting guns. And then Stabilized. That is the meta in this game. 45% chance to ignore. Well, actually, it's not even a chance. It does ignore 45% of your target's armor. And over here, I've got Bloody Mess, all that kind of stuff. I usually switch these out for different perk cards depending on what kind of loadout I'm using. But for right now, for the sake of this video, I'm showing you guys my Junkies Heavy Gunners. So, my legendary perks I'm using are Power Armor Reboot, Power Armor Sprinter, just Power Sprinter, and Master Infiltrator. Honestly, Power Sprinter for me is amazingly OP because I don't have much in agility, and I don't have the Marathoner perk because I use Power Armor, so it's kind of helpful for the AP. Trying to think. Oh yeah, my addictions. I'm actually not fully addicted to everything. I'm only addicted to alcohol, Daddy-O, Med-X, and Mentats. Not really. I'm not addicted to everything. Just, I might end up getting an addiction to Day Tripper, but as it is right now, Day Tripper is an extremely hard chem to find, so maybe I can build up a supply of it and try and get addicted to that sometime in the future. But for now, I'm actually happy with my damage as is. So I've got decent damage as is with some decent, you guys can skip back and see I had some decent mutations as well. And honestly, that's how you spec out your Junkies build. You need it. Depending on your Junkies build, you don't actually need that much strength. But if you are a heavy gunner's Junkies, you need that extra strength. Alright, let's go ahead and test this out. Alright, so we're here at White Springs, and I'm gonna try, oh my gosh, that was literally one of the most laggiest things I've ever done in my entire life. Alright, so let's look through here. Wow, there's no ghoul in here. Okay. Usually there's at least 2 ghouls in here. So yeah, I'm using my Junkies Tactical Minigun just because this is the gun that I usually use on like regular enemies that are bosses. It's using Ultrasight 5mm. It's not a requirement. It's just extra damage, honestly. Most of my guns are primed, but if you are that kind of person that you're just not wanting to spend that kind of flux, which I don't really understand because there's daily ops now and you only have to make a little bit to get a lot. But if you're just that kind of person, normal 5mm works fine too, especially for lower levels. If you guys want to change yourselves to a Junkies build early, get yourself some mid-tier Junkies weapons early. That can be pretty helpful. The one thing that I would not, the reason why I see a lot of low levels being Junkies build are Bloodied is just not good for a low level. I will say Bloodied is it's a really good build, but if you're low level, you're not gonna have the kind of armor to be able to tank that much damage and not kill yourself when you're below 20% health. So Junkies is actually a good alternative to those people who they really can't afford to have a Bloodied build. See, like I said, I don't actually use all Junkies weapons. My main two Junkies weapons are these two. I keep a few other Junkies weapons on me just because every once in a while I want to go on a Junkies weapon, different weapon thing, but it's still Junkies. But I also keep magic shotgun on me. Once again, please don't demonetize me over that. I do have a magic shotgun. I don't use it in boss fights or anything. I don't try to lag out the servers. So yes, every once in a while I want to use my magic shotgun, and then sometimes I want to use the warglaive. It's just honestly, Junkies doesn't require you to use Junkies weapons like Bloodied does. If you do not use Bloodied weapons when you are bloody, it either has to be anti-armor or nothing. It's just honestly, Bloodied is a lot more of a constricted build. With Junkies, you have a lot more liberties to go on with your weapons and all that kind of stuff. One other thing that I was gonna say is, you can have, with a Junkies build, and honestly with a Bloodies build, you can do this too, you can have a few different guns for different occasions, like a Ghoul Slayers. Like, I don't have a Ghoul Slayers, or I used to have a good Ghoul Slayers, I don't really have one anymore. But I don't really have a good Ghoul Slayers, but if I had a good Ghoul Slayers, I would probably keep that on me. I'd probably keep one good Ghoul Slayers, and I have a Troubleshooter's Exploding Minigun on me right now as well. So when I run into robots, I go ahead and use that. Now I'm going to show you guys off. This is, I usually wouldn't use it in this kind of area because I don't want to waste the Ultrasight Fusion cores, because even with daily ops it's hard. So basically it's doing 106 damage per hit, and it's a rapid fire weapon. It's, to say the least, it's really overpowered. With more addictions, I could probably get this thing up to doing like, oh come on, stupid couch. Like, I could probably get it up to doing like 115 damage or something like that. Problem is, Day Tripper is the only one left that I really am thinking about. I'm actually kind of regretting my Med-X addiction, just because that does your, your damage resist. So I don't know. But I'm just gonna say, Berserker Souls just say, oh my gosh. What was I even gonna say? That just, oh my god. That just, oh, okay. Well, we'll have to end the video on that. See you guys later. Make sure to subscribe and like.